I'm the executive director for the South Grand Community Improvement District. We're just south of Carragher Park, that business district over there. We got William and Dan talking later. They're part of the district. I'm a transplant. I'm originally from New Jersey. I went to SIUE, and one of my first restaurants I went at was King and I. So kind of full circle that I ended up working on South Grand, leaving and coming back. So a little history about South Grand. We work with Landmarks Association, and if you walk the district, you'll see a lot of these plaques on the buildings talking about when the buildings were built. We got Orpheum Cleaners talking about the mosaic floor, but then also we talk about our artists and painting and community from residents in our community. When we did our Great Streets initiative, we hired artists to paint these bollards to slow down traffic when we did our road diet. And this was about 10 years ago now. So it really works having a road diet and working with the community. So you can see we expanded the sidewalk. We put pervious concrete in, so when it rains, the water goes into the ground. We're all about sustainability. We have rain gardens. We have amazing trees. You can see with the wider sidewalks what we have. There's King and I again. So it just really shows community is about the infrastructure and the people, what makes it. And we have a volunteer here tonight, Deb. She's part of our eco crew on South Grand to help offset our cost of our landscaping. We have a volunteer group. We meet March through October, 9 a.m. to noon. Besides July, we treat everyone to pizza afterwards at Pizza Head. And then we do have contractors to do the work, but also to help offset it. Also, we have a free parking lot. And you see people in this parking lot. Why? We have people here because we wanted to build a pocket park, but wanted to see that there was a demand. So we called it backlot films. I know it's a little on the nose, but we wanted to have movies, and it showed that we had a demand. And then boom, you see, we have our pocket park called the Ritz Park after the Ritz Theater. So we have festivals, we have makers pop-ups. Plus, this Saturday we're having our first makers pop-up of the season. Shape 38 was part of our locations, and we do a tree lighting during the holiday time in the Ritz Park. So we're all about community and want to bring people to South Grand, and we work with nonprofits to use it. One thing that's missing is a shade structure. So we worked with the Young Architects Forum of AIA, and they designed 3 shade structures for us, and I was not picking which one. So we put it out to the community to vote for which one they liked the best. And we had over 400 votes that people participated in within 10 days, and this was the one that was selected. So we're working right now with a corporate giving campaign to raise the money to put a shade structure in the Ritz Park so we can do more events and partner with more little nonprofits that can't afford a space that use the Ritz Park. So it's all about bringing people to the community and creating placemaking, and that's what South Grand is all about. We're all about art. You see that we have painted our fire hydrants, we have a mural on Double-A Books, we have a canvas mural on Pizza Head, and you might recognize Justin King. He hosted one of these as well, talking about his artwork. And he did a duck, and we put it in the Ritz Park just to see how people would react. And we had tons of people pulling over, taking photos and selfies with it. This is some photos of our fall festival that we have every year in September. And we have 3 face painting, 3 balloon artists for the public that we pay for. We bring amazing performers, a lot of makers in the community that sell, and our fee that we charge is very low. But also more art that you see here years ago. After Michael Brown, there was a lot of unrest, and there was some unrest on South Grand, and we had to board up, some of the windows got broken, and the community came together, artists came together, families came together, and they painted these beautiful murals. It just shows what community is about. And then just here's some photos of people. We had a couple who got engaged at Six Hot Dogs. We had a resident in the neighborhood during our fall festival wanted to do a pie competition. I'm like, I don't have time for it. If you want to be in charge of it, you can. And she did. And we had amazing pies, and they raised money for charity during the fall festival. And here's just some photos of our amazing South Grand businesses. Urban Matter, Mary in the black, just sold her business to her manager, and it's all about, she could have sold it to someone else, but she wanted to keep it in the family with her manager that ran the place for a long time. But it just shows what our community is about. And here's some other business owners we have. Social Goods Marketplace. She had a large space, couldn't really make it work, brought in another business. They help each other to make their business successful. They take turns who's working at the store. So it just shows bringing community together, bringing businesses together. And I had to like embarrass Natasha from the gym room with her photo. Another thing that we love to highlight in South Grand is our architecture, like I mentioned earlier. So we have phase 1 of our uplights that if you drive down Grand at night, you'll see these beautiful uplights. We are working on phase 2 right now to bring. It's going to take 5 phases to complete. But the way we are able to do this is the support of our property and business owners. And then we got a free design from SWT Design and designed an amazing bus shelter. It's being shipped tomorrow. So within a couple of weeks, this bus shelter is going to be installed at Grand and Juniata's heading southbound. So I hope this becomes a standard in the future, what bus shelters would look like. And then also just showing who we are as a brand. We updated our logo, our South Grand logo, eclectic is electric. These are new colors and vibrancy, and our events for the year that we're always trying to bring people together. Majority of our events are free besides the dine around as a progressive dinner. And here's a little bit more about our new brand identity that we're going to get new signs up. Our aldermen are paying for these signs, so we just want to thank them for that. But this is what shows with updating your branding, working with community, having community input, and we should go up this fall. Hopefully more people will park in the free parking lot. And I just want to say cheers to everyone. I know that was really quick. I know fast talking, but not that fast. But also I just want to say community is everything. Support your main streets, support your neighborhoods, get involved, get engaged. Because South Grand is not what it is because of me. It's because of Dan, it's because of Will, and it's also because of all of you who support small businesses. So thank you.